What is up, y'all? This is Eric the Cosmic Wizard. Welcome back to Cosmic Tarot. This is going to be a general message for everybody, anybody. Whenever you watch this, it is for you. All right? Ooh, Five of Cups. Somebody walked away from a situation here that they were emotionally attached to. It could be a person, a job, family, anything. So, something that's been hard for you all to walk away from. Let's see. Ooh, Two of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody could have been, you could be trying to juggle too many things, or you just have a lot of things going on, and someone here is feeling left out. I don't know if you did this to this person, or you are the person that is feeling like you fumbled or juggled or something. But somebody is feeling, I wouldn't say rejected. I would say more so like a missed opportunity, perhaps, or like something just never really got off to a good start, or didn't like. Yeah, it could be around work with the Three of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like you are very much it's giving me work vibes for real. Like there's a situation surrounding you and maybe a business associate or somebody here that is not cooperating. You could be in a toxic work environment where people aren't getting along. This could be a relationship that feels more like a business venture or a partnership that isn't based around romance, is based around finance. There is some type of regret walking away from a situation here. A lot of sorry. Too many. How's everybody doing today? Y'all having a good one? Because I am I'm just tired today. I don't know. It's like my energy is just so like bleh today. But you know what? I'm gonna push through it because I'm here to give you all your reading, but I just got so much on my mind. Like, ooh, the Hermit in reverse. So I feel like you are definitely walking away from a situation here, either unwillingly or you're just in this space of isolation. I feel like the Hermit in reverse could be you recluding into your shell. I feel like you need more time to like heal. You know, I call my house, any comic book nerds out there, but so I call my house the white hot room. Like if you ever read the comic books, the Phoenix, Jean Grey, whatever, right? Whenever it is killed or whatever in battle, she returns to the white hot room where she prepares, where she gets her shit together, where she heals and meditates and gets everything in line. And so like this is the white hot room. And when I'm in my house, I'm cooking, I'm like making my videos, I'm doing my tarot appointments, I'm listening to music, I got my feet kicked up, and I just love being in my little space. Like this is my little cave. And when people come over, they're always like, damn, like your house is so relaxing, like it's a vibe. And I feel like that's what you're doing. Like you are making your space a vibe. Yeah, Ten of Burdens and the Ace of Cups. There was some burdensome energy around the connection here. Like there could have been a lot of uphill battles trying to get this to work out, trying to get somebody's attention, or somebody here feels like, you're hard to get a hold of. You could have a lot of shit going on. And so that can make people feel like they don't know how to come towards you. Like if it's work, they could be like, well, you know what? I can't, this person has a lot on their plate right now. I need to just leave them alone. Or this could be somebody who wants to engage with you romantically, but they're like, what, they got a lot of shit going on. Collective is just like busy. They got this and this that they worried about. They're not gonna have time for me. And honestly, they probably are right, because right now I don't feel like you are in like a not in a bad way, but you're like not in like a team spirit mood. Like you're very much like you're giving me like Sigma, Alpha, Loner, but like not like, not like oh, I don't have any friends or I don't have anyone in my life. It's just more so like you just tend to maybe like, keep your circle small. You tend to really like to just, you could have a remote job like me. You could have a job where you just kind of like to be more left the fuck alone is what I'm trying to get at. You like to be left alone. Like, you're not antisocial, but you just like to be left alone because you've probably been hurt by a lot of people in the past, is what I'm sensing. Like, there's a lot of disappointments around love, around, friendships, around work. Just, you're a very authentic person, and the people around you may not necessarily, hold on. People around you may not necessarily understand how you operate. Like, you're somebody who I can see someone who you hold yourself to a really high standard, like ridiculously high, but you're not pressed if you make a mistake. Like, you've learned how to have goals but pivot. If it's not working out, rearrange. You're not going to keep trying to beat a dead horse. You're not going to force something to work out if it's not meant to be. And I'm not saying that means that you give up at the first, pushback, because you're not. Like, you're not someone who quits easily. You're not someone who gives up. Like, you're someone, when you're committed to something, you put your heart into it. When you want a relationship with someone, you go all in. Like, you are committed, you are loyal, you are loving, you are kind, you are affectionate, you are abundant, you are magnetizing, you are charismatic, you are charming, you're beautiful, you know your worth. And a lot of people don't know their worth, and that's why people can't get near you. That's why people don't want to work with you. That's why people honestly, people might even fear you. Yeah, the sun here. You come off as a very happy person, and I think some people are afraid that you are going to maybe, hey, I got two knights here. I have a Knight of Wands and I have the King of Wands. So here's the thing, collective. You have had your ups and downs in life, all right? The Wheel of Fortune. Somebody sees you as someone who maybe didn't have the best start in life. Maybe you had a lot of challenges with your family. The Knight of Wands here. But you're a very, goal-oriented action getter, and you've always been working hard, so much that you've graduated to this King of Wands. But here, you kind of hit a rough patch recently. There was some disharmony. There was something that needed to be pulled away because it wasn't aligned with you, with your values. And perhaps you don't understand why the universe took that away from you, but it was because it's going to bring in more happiness and more abundance, more vitality, more joy, more opportunities to grow, more opportunities to invest in whatever it is that you want to. Like, the sun is the happiest card here. So, someone sees you as getting everything you wanted. Like, someone sees you as being very, very happy. And I think it's because you know, and regardless what happens, this is what they think. This person or these people, it could be a group of people, the people around you. And people could be envious of you because they don't have a reason to, you know what I mean? You don't you bounce back quickly, and you don't allow people's bullshit to get to you personally. And so a lot of people who aren't straightforward, a lot of people who like to play games, a lot of people who like to breadcrumb and manipulate other people to get what they want out of them. You're not an easy person to manipulate. You come off as someone who, because you seem so happy and so playful and so cheerful, they're like, oh yeah, I can get that person. I can manipulate that person real well. I know that person is gonna fall for my shit. Like, and maybe this person or these people, they don't intentionally think that. They may not have like this, like, malicious, nefarious thought of like, oh, I'm gonna get over on you. It's just, if it's a business, this is how this business operates. They're very, get them in the door by any means necessary, and then once we get them in, they're hooked, right? Like when you go to a job interview, they don't tell you all the ins and outs of every little thing that you're gonna have to do, right? It's more like, oh, this is just an overview, like, this is your desk, this is what you're gonna do, and then 2 months in, you're like, oh wait, I'm barely doing any of the things that I was hired to do. You got me doing like other stuff. Well, it's just kind of like, the job kind of calls for it right now. Like, you will get to that eventually, but right now we need you to focus on these tasks. And you're like, no, that's not what I was hired for. You said this. Why you got me doing this? Well, we were hoping that you would be flexible. See what I'm talking about? Shit like that. And you're like, okay, I am flexible, but what I'm not into is people manipulating and telling me one thing when they want another thing. Like, don't tell me that you're looking for a relationship when you just want to smash. Don't try to play games with me. Like, don't do that. I'm not that kind of person. You know what I mean? Like, you're a very straightforward, you're a very upfront, blunt, even person, and people could be very, Page of Pentacles. I feel like you're in this space where you have a lot of ideas when it comes to, and here's the thing, the biggest thing on your mind to me is money. With the Page of Pentacles, I don't see a lot of cups in this relationship or in this in your energy. So you're focused on material things. You're focused on here in the present, in the 3D. I'm not saying you're not spiritually minded or you're not emotionally connected to people or looking for all that right now. But I feel like your main priority is to, grow your business, grow your clientele list, grow your craft, your hobbies, your projects, pay down your debts if you have any, pay your car off, buy another car, get a new car, buy a house, whatever it is that you're focused on is something here in the material world that could be touched, tasted, and smelt. Okay, you know what I mean? It's not this, oh, I'm looking for love, this abstract, intangible thing, or, I want to find the perfect job or whatever. Maybe. But it's more so about you taking care of what you want to do in your life here on Earth. Not, this. You're just a very practical person right now, and you're not really here for the fool-la-la. You're not here to play games with people. Like, you come off very much like this King of Wands energy to people. Like, it's not even that because you're the kind of person, you don't command respect, or I'm sorry, you don't demand respect, you command it. Just the way that you operate, the way that you are, you're a very genuine and authentic you're a very genuine and authentic person. So people feel like they could trust you, but also people who are very envious may try to throw that off. They may try to do little slick shit here subliminally. They may be sending you negative energy or hate because they're envious. They're jealous of you. They don't want you to be successful, which I don't even understand that mentality, because why are you so focused on me when you need to be focused on yourself? And I'm talking to you, collective. I'm talking to Crosswatcher here, because why are you focused on them when you need to be chasing your own bag? Because they're not focused on you. As a matter of fact, they're walking away from you. They're not even looking at you. They're all the way over here. They're focusing on their future. They're focusing on building their internal world. You could be somebody right now who's like, you're just living in your head. You're not really interested in, the opposite sex or the same sex when it comes to like attraction. You're just, I'm not saying like, you're like, just dry and a nun or something like that. You have fun, you have friends, you have a life, but your life doesn't revolve around pleasing other people, and it used to maybe. You may have been somebody who was very much like, I need to make everyone happy. I need to do da 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 da, and you'd always put yourself last. You always put yourself down. And I feel like you're being directed by spirit here to kind of like turn that shit around, and it's going to require you to like leave some people behind, because you may have some connections or people attached to your energy that are trying to siphon it, that are trying to subliminally, this new thing with what's destiny swap, whatever that shit is. I don't know if I don't buy into all that, because what is mine, and what is yours. And so you can't take nothing from me that does not, that was not ordained for me to have. Like, I don't believe in that shit. I don't believe that somebody can come up and put a rule or a spell or whatever and take my destiny because they see me as being more abundant than them. Like, okay, well, no. That sounds weird. That's some weird behavior, and people who do shit like that, they're fucked up. Like, that's some fucked up shit. Cause like, why use if you was a spiritual person, why would you use your gift to harm other people when you could use your gifts to help other people and help yourself? And I had to really ask myself, what, Eric, everybody's not like you. Some people are just fucked up in the head. And I spent a lot of years trying to figure out why people fucked up in the head, why people do what they do. Bitch, I don't care no more. I'm just going to clock it and keep it moving. I don't have time to keep trying to process and understand, well, why did they do that? Girl, bye, keep going. Well, what did it mean when, who cares? Keep going. That's a they problem, not a me problem. You know what I mean? So don't, and I think that is, people want to play mind games with you. People want to fuck with you. People want to like get into your fucking like head and make you like humble you. They want to take you down because they're low vibrational. And so you're being removed from those people. Okay, you may have had a lot of low vibrational demons around you, because that's what the fuck it is. Anybody that wants to come in and disrupt shit, they're a fucking demon. That's demonic fucking behavior. Disrupting people is demonic fucking behavior. Where am I wrong? If your intentions are to disrupt, create confusion, illusions, and chaos to benefit yourself, that is demonic fucking behavior. I just think it is. I'm sorry. I'm allowed to have my opinion, right? And I know you agree with me, because you don't act like that. It's not even on a, oh, well, you did me dirty, so now I want my lick back. And you can be petty. You can be petty, but you're not out here being malicious. Yeah, the Emperor in reverse. So this is somebody who was very just controlling over, just like a micromanaging, over demanding, just like wanted all of your attention, all of your energy. They were very possessive, very controlling. It doesn't have to be a Aries, but it's very much a somebody who is just power hungry. Yeah, a power hungry bottom. I don't know who it is. It's somebody who got a lot of nerve and a little dick. This person got a lot of nerve with a little dick. That's too much. The Hangman in reverse. Yeah, this person wanted to keep you stuck. They wanted to keep you confused. They want to keep up the bullshit. They want to keep you around, keep you as an option, throw you off, make sure you don't fucking figure out what they're doing. And I don't think you were like stupid. The King of Wands, fire is psychic. So they're seeing you as maybe somebody who is very intuitive. The King of Wands is a leader, and not only does he lead from his heart, he uses his intuition as well. So you can be someone who is very intuitive, someone with a very good heart, someone who genuinely wants to help people. Like, you're not out here trying to hurt people. And I don't know if these people necessarily see what they do as wrong, because they're like, well, that's just the way of the world. It's a dog eat dog world. It's eat or be eaten. It's kill or be killed. And you're like, no, That's not how I live my life, and I'm very successful. I don't have to steamroll over people. I don't have to betray and lie and backstab and breadcrumb and gaslight people to get ahead in life. You don't have to do that. There's lots of people, millions of people, who make, an honest living doing what they love without having to hurt people, without having to lie and deceive people. And maybe you walked away from a job, or you walked away from a situation where you felt like it was causing more harm collective than it was doing good. And like, if you're a spiritual person, like, then you know that like do no harm is like first law. You know what I mean? Because we're all connected. So if I'm harming you, I'm harming myself, because what is done to the other is done to the self. You hear me? So if I'm out here trying to harm other people, I'm harming myself, because we're all one. We're all one family. We're all one love. This universe is only one universe, and we all gotta live in this bitch. It's only one planet. We all gotta live on this bitch. So it don't make sense to hurt my neighbor, to rob my friends, to, try to take from someone else. There's enough resources on this planet for everybody to be abundant. It's just because some people want to get greedy and start snatching shit up because they want to live in a state of lack. They want to live in fucking a negative mindset, a scarcity mindset. Yet they're continuously trying to take and 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 take. And it's just like, dude, do you even enjoy the shit that you have? If you are constantly trying to take and keep what you have because you know how the fuck you got it, you know what I mean? What she say in Hella in that movie, The Avengers? No, it was a Thor movie. She was like, Odin. Talk about Odin. Oh, and this card represents Odin, the hangman, because he hung on that tree and he learned the spiritual knowledge. And she said he was eager to acquire it, but he didn't want to tell how he got it. Or eager to have it, but he was ashamed of how he acquired it, right? When Odin and Hela was going around and killing all the realms and shit and trying to get everybody together. Now, I ain't trying to, how did Odin get into it? I ain't say all that. That's just a movie, y'all. Just go along with the story. Just go along with the story, right? And then when he became this benevolent, father figure, it was time to distance himself from Hela, who was his, badass, daughter, whatever. And so she felt some kind of way, like, damn, daddy, like, we did all this shit together, and now you just, like, gonna throw me away? Like, I just ain't shit. Lock me up because now I'm too bad. I wasn't too bad when we was out here doing this shit together. And that's what I'm talking about. You may be... And that's a very extreme example, that's a very extreme example, I know. But what I'm saying is, you don't operate from that mindset, okay? So there may be people who very much so, will steamroll and do whatever they need to get what they want. And you're like, I don't subscribe to that. I don't agree with that lifestyle or that mindset. And if I need to take a step back, if I need to if you can't, sorry, that text message just threw me off because I forgot all about that shit. What was I saying? You're just a genuine and authentic person. It sounds like I'm saying inauthentic, but I'm saying you're a genuine and authentic. Maybe I should just say you're just an authentic person, because genuine, if you're authentic, then that means you're genuine. So it's like a hat on a hat. Ooh, but here's the devil here. So there is a subconscious fear deep down, okay, subconscious fear that you have. Your ego is still trying to... You have a fear of attachment. You have a fear of being trapped in something. You have a so like for me, I never want to realize that like I'm fighting for the wrong side. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to get in bed with, people companies. I didn't mean actually get in bed, but like, you know what I mean, like with people who are behind the scenes doing bad stuff that could affect me and my morality and how my moral compass is. Because, you know, even when I was like into like some real hard shit, I just remember being like, Spirit, God, Jesus, whoever, like, let my compass always point north. Never let me get to the point where I'm out here, you know, running in people's houses, robbing folks, trying to like, you know, just to get my fix or whatever like that. Like, don't ever let me get to the point where I'm over here like harming and taking from other people to get what I need, because that's not who I am. Like, my soul and my soul and my soul. You know, your compass points north, and it shall always remain north. Okay? Like, you're just a fucking good person. And I'm not saying that, like, you don't have, like, you know, devilish desires. Yeah, you might like some dark liquor. You might like some light liquor. You might drink some Pink Whitney. You might smoke a little bit of the yang yang yang. You know what I mean? You may like to, you know, get on the apps and, you know, have a little fun, but you're not out here trying to, like, you know, destroy people's relationships, break up marriages. You ain't out here trying to rob nobody. You ain't out here trying to, like, you know, scam folks out their money and selling them snake oil and shit. Like, you a genuine ass person. And so you just need to keep that about yourself. And I feel like sometimes, you know, when you're trying to get ahead, but you want to get ahead the right way, and you're not over here trying to scam people, you're not out here trying to solicit your body, or I'm not saying there's anything wrong with sex work. I'm just saying, like, that's a very interesting field for some people. Some people don't mind skin trade, you know, whatever. That's how you get it. That's how you get it. But to me, I'm learning that I need to be more intentional about my interactions, because that energy does stay on you. Like, you are swapping energy with people. Like, you are getting, you know what I mean? Because that's and I think that we need to talk more about how to cleanse ourselves, and like how to take spiritual baths, and how to cut cords, and how to, you know, remain in a high vibration and not let negativity get into our minds. Because, you know, you're a psychic person. You can pick up on other people's energies really quickly. Like, you're probably an empath. Like, I'm an empath. So, like, when I'm around a bunch of negative ass people, it affects my thinking. It affects my mood. It affects my mind. And I have to really, like, cleanse my area. I have to keep myself. That's why I stay in my house a lot. For real. Because I don't like a whole lot of foreign energy. Okay? Like, I can't, when I go outside, I don't know who energy is doing what. I don't know what demons people got on them. And, like, they see me and they gonna be like, ooh, he looks like one we could turn. He look like a good one. No, babe, this ain't what you want. I promise you, this ain't what you want. Because this ain't that. This is this. This ain't that. You don't want this. Trust me, because when I get done with your ass, you're going to be looking real stuck, ho. You're going to be real plucked. Like, because not only are you a light worker, you've been through the shadow. You've done your shadow work. So you can see the desperation in people. You can see the fake smiles and the fake just personalities that some people just bring to the table. And you're like, ugh. Like, and people are like, how do you know? Like, how do you know this? Who are you talking to? Who taught you how to do that? Yeezy taught me. Who told you I was up to no good? Yeezy taught me. Like, how'd you get that? Oh, what with the bezel? You know what I'm talking about? Yeezy taught me. Yeezy taught you well. Yeah, period. And it's so fucking hilarious, though, because the Hermit in reverse. But here's the fucking Three of Cups. When I say you are living your best life in your mind, when I'm telling you, I be having one-man parties over here on this couch. It'd just be me, this YouTube, my headphones, and some music. I go get me a little, and And I just be kicking it. I be dancing, be having all kinds of fun. Put my fucking phone on airplane mode. I do my videos. Bitch, this is my social interaction, talking to you all. I be reading y'all comments in the chat and stuff, just be living my best life. Yeah, I go out and work and do everything and da 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 da. But when I come home, I know how to have fun by myself. I don't need to keep a whole bunch of people around me. I'm not saying I don't like people. A lot of people love me. People love me. Like, I'm everybody's best friend. You been but you remain yourself no matter where you go. You're always yourself. You could put on a suit and you could be fine as fuck. You could put on a raggedy ass t-shirt, look like a ragamuffin, and still be fine as fuck. People still gonna want to be your friend. You could it don't matter, because your energy is what draws people in. Being, attractive is that's just the bee's knees. That's just the icing on the cake. But like, you are somebody who enjoys your own company, and you're not afraid to let people know you can get the fuck out. You can go on, because you're not doing this shit over here. You go over there and do that shit. You go disrupt Keisha and them life. You go disrupt Jamal and them. You leave me the fuck out of it. My name Bennett, I ain't in it. You know what I mean? You not here for the fool-la-la and the fuckery. You don't do all that. You're not like them. And you're not gonna go back and forth with nobody either. Like, no. Baby, I'm telling you, I protect my peace so hard, my phone is dry as hell. Like, I done protected the fuck out of my peace. If you potentially look like you might disrupt me, And when I'm done with people, I'm telling you, my cutoff game is, oh, you wanna be inconsistent, block. Oh, you said the sky was red when it's blue, block. So nah, you protect your peace, and you know how to have fun and be your own self by yourself or with other people. The Eight of Cups in reverse. So, as much as you like to be by yourself, I feel like you're leaving something here, and it's an organization, or it's something here where a lot of people are emotionally connected to it. Okay, you could have walked away from a job like that was like, they have like this family, like they're like, we are family, but they're really not family. They want to give you that we're just a small little company here, and we're all like family. Everybody in everybody business, everybody hunching each other, everybody party on the weekends. The boss texts people at 4 a.m. talking about can you get started on this work? We need to submit it by the end of the day. Today's the last day of the business, before we close business today. And it's like, it's a very, like, there's no boundaries. There's no real separation between work and personal life. And you're like, that's that Two of Pentacles. You're like, this is imbalance. I want more balance. I want more stability. I don't like all this. I don't need everybody to, like, you know what I mean? Like, you can get it by yourself. And that's what this Page of Pentacles is. It's just, you say, I can get this shit by myself. I don't need you hoes. You know what I mean? Like, what did I say? Yeah. So, the band, right, the Destiny's Child, right, is splitting up, and you're Beyonce. You see what I'm saying? You was in Destiny's Child, and no shade to Michelle and Kelly. They all have fabulous careers that they should be respected of, right? But you fucking Beyonce, and let's keep it a bean, okay? She bring them on her fucking concerts. Now, if she want to go to a little Kelly Rowland concert, and, she might pop up and, like, but you know what I mean? But Beyonce called them up. Bitch, don't let this motherfucker ring 3 times. Yes, that's it. Yeah. Houston, in 2 weeks. I'm going to bring you and Michelle on stage. That's it. Bye. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, That's how you are. You're rather just get it by yourself. You don't need the fluff. You don't need all the extra stuff. You just, oh, that rhymed. You're just, the world. And see, this was a cycle. This energy of people trying to manipulate you, people trying to gaslight you. And it was a cycle that you needed to break. It was a cycle that you needed to learn from, because what you're understanding is that you are going to be the model that spirit uses to show other people how to do this. You're becoming the template to a life of freedom and abundance. Y'all heard it. You are becoming a template for freedom and abundance. And the chariot in reverse. Yeah. So even as you leave, you can kiss my black ass. Because it's finally famous. And it's finally soft. Yeah, it's finally soft. Let me stop, because, I might be, I can't copyright. As part of the partnership agreements is copyright stuff. So I gotta be careful. So even as you're walking away with dignity. You walked away with pride. You walked away like a boss, like someone who knows their value, like someone who knows their worth, like someone who's not afraid to take a risk, as someone who's not afraid to live in their truth. Yeah, and these people don't want, see, here's the thing. People like something easy. They want something easy. They may have thought that you were an easy squeeze, that you would be easy to roll over, that you would be easy to manipulate, that you would be easy to get to stay and work, overtime, off the books. And you was like, oh, nay. No, ma'am. No, sir. Not me. I don't do shit for free. I keep rhyming. You don't do shit for free, but shit. And matter of fact, I used to say I love taking a shit at work because I love getting paid to shit. Okay? Because I don't get paid to go take a shit at home. So let me come up in here and shit up in these toilets. Nah, I'm just kidding. And they're fucking gooped, they're gagged, they're plucked, they're mad, they're upset, they're suffering. They can't understand why you act the way that you act. Bitch, because you tried to get one over on me. Thinking that she got one up on me, she got my hand-me-downs. Let them take your book of business. Let them take that motherfucker that you was talking to. If that motherfucker could be taken that easily, that wasn't for you. If your job would just let you get completely steamrolled, or a customer could lie on you and they just gonna take their side, bitch, fuck that job. If somebody don't mind breaking the connection to go chase something else, that person don't mean you no fucking and goodwill. Somebody want to come back after they done been laid up with somebody else. They come home smelling like something else. No, who wants that? These people want easy access. And there's a lot of people out here who's just, they don't care about themselves. This Knight of Cups in reverse. Exactly. Yeah. Like, just grimy, love bomb as fuck. Just very inconsiderate, emotionally unavailable. Like, you may become, I think what's happening right now is you're learning how to, I don't want to say manipulate people's emotions, but you're someone who knows how to get at people's heartstrings in a good way. Because not all manipulation is negative, right? Like, I used to be a high school teacher. And so, you have to motivate these kids to want to learn, because biology isn't cool on its own. No one gives a shit about mitochondria and fucking cytoplasm and all that shit. That's not fun. You got to manipulate them. They even call them manipulative. You got to make little models and games and shit and trick their asses into learning. So what you do is you see people who are broken. Maybe you don't subconsciously, or maybe you don't consciously think of this. You may subconsciously be like, wow, there's someone who looks like they could use a friend. Like, you was that kid who, you know, everybody would like, you know, James is kind of weird. Don't you think James is weird? And maybe James was a little weird. But you need to figure out for yourself that James is weird. You can't listen to what Sarah and Stacy said about James. Well, I mean, that's your opinion. Let me go find out. So maybe you go over there and you have pure intentions and you try to, you know, talk to James. They're like, you know, how, and then you find out, oh yeah, niggas, yeah, you was right, but I need to find my own opinion. Or maybe he was like, well, maybe I could help him out. He's not that bad. He just needs a little, like, hey, James, like, you know, don't stop talking over people. Like, you know, maybe untuck your shirt, like, get a haircut. And like, you would say this shit in like a nice way, like, you know, if somebody's breath stink, you're not gonna be like, ew, you fucking nasty breath, bitch. Like, you're like, you want a piece of gum? I got some mints over here. Would you like one? I think you should take one. Queen of Swords in reverse. Yeah, a lot of people are just very cold, very like, and you're not. Like, they just want you to like, I don't know, or they could see you, the way that you act to them feels cold. Because you don't participate in their fucked up shit. So they calling you cold, when the matter of fact, they was trying to fucking run over on you. See that how that worked? How are you trying to get over on me? But when it didn't work, now you gotta flip the script and say that, Collective is a piece of shit. They don't fucking, you know, they did it. They gonna say everything that they did that you did. But who cares? You don't even fuck with them people. And people know you well enough to know, like, that don't sound like Collective. Collective don't scam people. Collective don't cheat. Collective don't, you know, maybe you single, maybe you entertaining a couple of people, right? But that's not the same as trying to start something with somebody while still having your foot over here. You know what I mean? You could just be casually talking to people. You may just be shopping for a job. You're on several interviews. You haven't committed to anybody yet. You ain't signed no contract. And if you did, and them people didn't treat you right, you getting the fuck up out of there real quickly. You're not gonna sit in something and be miserable. Nah, the hell you not. And so here you come. You just this ball of light. And I don't think that you may be a little self-indulgent here. I will say this. I'm not going to sit here and say everything is perfect with you. There's some things that you do need to work on. You need to work on your heart and who you give it to, because you could be maybe a little bit overgiving, a little bit overly forgiving. You can be very quick to forgive people. You just have a big heart and it bleeds over. But here's the Tower, okay? So things are being pulled away from you that no longer serve you. And people are like, ooh, the Tower, it looks so big and so scary. It's not. I love the Tower. I love a Tower moment, because the Tower moment is always followed by what? This is the 16, the 17, the Star, the wish fulfillment, the wish granted. And you can't get your wish until you clear all the ish that don't need to exist. So what you have to realize is that your come up is inevitable, boo. It's inevitable. You have been handpicked to receive your spiritual gifts, to receive your spiritual blessings, not because you're better than, not because you won the lottery, not because you look a certain way, or it's because the way that you act. It's the way that you act, baby. It's your energy. It's your vibe. It's the way that you walk into a room and people just look at you and you ain't even do nothing. You just walked into the motherfucking room. It's like, you're like, what's on my face? Why are everybody looking at me? Because you that nigga, you that bitch. That's why people look at you like that. And own it. Let me tell you something. When I have my suit on, oh my God, I love, like, let me go to a grocery store. I don't grab shit but a bottle and maybe some pizza rolls. I have a whole suit, and let me tell you something, girl, come so close. I get all my shit from the Goodwill and the secondhand stores. Now, sometimes the sleeve be a little right here, sometime. It'd be like, but sometimes you find a good one, because I'm not spending all this fucking money on material goods. The world is, this is a very long life, and I want to spend it on the things that I want to spend it on. And trying to impress other people is not it. But when I put that motherfucker on, I look damn good. Ooh, I look good. And that's how you feel. And that's what they feel about you, too. So when you feel good about yourself, own it, live in it. Be a little self-indulgent. I'm not saying go overboard. But what I'm saying is, this is supposed to be a fun experience. And I've been taking life way too serious. I've been way too concerned with I gotta pay my bills, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, oh my God, how am I gonna do this, how am I gonna do that, I'm over stressed now. Bitch, I got you. Spirit said, nigga, I got you. You cool. Hold up. I finna open up your bookings. I'm finna get you monetized. We finna get this. So go ahead and book an appointment. Okay, we got $25 30-minute readings. We got $50 hour readings. So I'm opening my books. See how I did that? See how I plugged that shit in there? And I'm changing some shit up on my channel. I think I'm gonna start doing dailies for Aries and Gemini. I'm gonna keep doing that because they just been rocking it. And I want to listen, Zodiac. I want to do readings for the other signs. I really do. But I have to use my time wisely. And I'm not trying to sound like I don't care, but it's like I feel like I can get more people with these collective readings and get a bigger message to a bigger audience and help more people than trying to tailor it down specifically. And if you want a personal reading, you can book one. And I'm not making 10-minute videos and then talk about some for the extent to go see my Patreon or go click the membership only. I'm still providing you all my best quality that I can. I'm never going half-ass my shit because this is mine. I would never half-ass anything that's associated with me because that's not who I am as a man. When I come correct. I come full. I come with intention. I come with purpose. I come with that fire, that King of Wands. That's you too. That's your energy. And that's what Spirit is saying. That's how you get people on board. You come correct. You come full. You come engaged. You come with good intentions. You don't hide your hand and you hide the sword and the knife behind your back and you're like, oh, we're so happy to have you and da 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 da. And then the moment you turn around, they're ready to backstab you and bop you over the head and take whatever they can from you. So and maybe you've seen that. Maybe you've seen that happen to somebody else and you're like, oh, that's how you operate. And all you gotta do is see it one time to know it's enough. You won't have to see it 3, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, 12 times. All you gotta do is see it that one time and be like, yeah, this is not for me. 'Tis not for me. 'Tis not for me. You're not about that. Two of Wands, yeah. You're gonna go your own way. You're gonna make it after all. Mary Tyler Moore, you're gonna get it on your own. You don't need to keep up a bunch of fake, phony bitches in your life. You don't need to have a bunch of fake friends to have a successful life. You don't need to keep negative energy, backstabbing energy, fake friends, lovers with poor intentions around you to feel connected to God and spirit and the universe or whatever. You are the source. Your connection to source is all you have. It's all you need. You can do it yourself. And these people, this person wanted you to believe that you couldn't get it on your own. They wanted to put this fear in you that without them, you couldn't get it. And you're waking up from that lie. You're waking up from that lie. You're waking up from the illusion of separation. You're waking up from the illusion of annihilation. You're waking up from the illusion that you are not divine, that you don't have a spiritual gift, that you have to do things someone else's way, when you know damn well you were put here to be your own person, and you are being led at this very moment, right now, even if it doesn't feel like it. My ears are ringing. My ears are ringing. You are being called at this very moment to stand up in your truth and follow your heart, whatever it is. If you want to be an artist, start arting. Start painting, start drawing, start doing whatever it is that you want to do. If that bracelet business that you planned on making, keep doing them. I make all my bracelets, and I stopped doing all that shit because I was like, you can't get a lot of money making bracelets. You can't be a famous tarot reader. That's not possible. Says who? Who said I have to get up and work a 9 to 5 and make this company millions of dollars so I can get pennies on a dollar for it? Because that's the model that we've been taught to believe. Who said I need to go down to this little medical billing office and sit here and file all this paperwork for $12.99 an hour? Why? Why can't some, and I'm not saying there's anything against that. Maybe you like it. Maybe you get 15 an hour. Maybe you get 35 an hour. Maybe the trade-off for you is worth it. You know what I mean? Not everybody is built to be an entrepreneur. Not everybody is meant to be a business owner. Not everybody is a 1099 or not everybody needs an S Corp or a LLC or an EIN. You know what I mean? Some people just... Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? Somebody got to be a high school teacher. Somebody got to be an insurance agent. You know, someone got to stock the shelves at Walmart and not Captain D's. You don't stock them shelves at Captain D's. Someone got to work at McDonald's. I've had all those jobs. Maybe not Captain D's. I worked at Burger King, but. You know what I mean? I was a teacher and I loved it. It was a great profession. I had such a good sense of self-worth, and that was the thing though. At some point, my sense of self-worth and my identity was a little too attached to teaching. And people can manipulate that. And then we know you teachers, you don't do it for the money, you do it for the love of the kids. And they use that bullshit, they say shit like that as an excuse to keep you small, to keep fucking you over, to keep not giving you what the fuck you're owed. They got hella money, they got plenty of money. Why does this bitch in this office who does nothing all day need more money than the bitch who's dealing with people's fucking future? Why are we paying the people who are literally teaching the fucking future generations this minimal, trivial amount of money when they have, in my opinion, one of the most sacred jobs? Look, that blows my mind, people. You leave these people with your most precious, loved, cherished beings, your children, and you treat them like shit. You talk to them crazy. Oh, well, it's the teacher's fault. Everything the teacher's fault. You're mean to the nurses. I'm not saying you all, but you know what I mean? I'm talking about society. We look down on these people. Or they'll say, oh my God, bless you. Oh, you're such cool. Thank you for being a teacher. Oh, I know you poor and you don't make shit. You're such a good person. People have actually said shit like that to me. You know how fucking backhanded rude that is? To just be like, oh, you're a teacher, I know you don't make anything. Bitch, you are a fucking bartender. We probably make the same amount of money. I know, I used to be a fucking server. I know what bartenders make. I mean, y'all like pretty good for alcoholics. Some look, y'all either sober or y'all alcoholic, one or the other. I had never met like every bartender is either an alcoholic or they're just sober because they see all the shits. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Anybody, shit, if you work in the service industry, there's a high chance that you have a fucking addiction problem. Oh yeah, like the service industry, it's not for me. Not no more. Not no more. Whew, y'all, that was a long one. That was a long one. But I say all this to say this. I said all that to say this. You are somebody not to be played with. You are not a pawn in someone's plan. You are not a side character, okay? You're showing up in your life with main character energy because you should. You are not a cult follower. You are a cult leader. See what I'm saying? And you don't even want to be. You don't even care about leading. I don't ever think that like, oh, well, you think you're better than people. No, bitch, you think that I think that I'm better than people. I said this in the reading last night. People may think that you're better than them. No, it's not that I think that I'm better than me or you. I know my value and I hold myself to that. And I don't want to subject myself to things that are not, of my quality. We cut from a different fabric. Ain't nothing wrong with your fabric. It's just not the same as mine. You an 80-20 cotton polyester blend. I'm 100% cotton. Egyptian. 1600 thread count. Silk, not satin. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about. All right. What's wrong with these folks? Why are they all scrunched faced? Yeah, because they can't fuck with you. You know they secrets. You see past the illusions. These people they see you as someone who is very stable and they want to come up and disrupt that. They want to pinch off of that. They don't want to let you go. They want you to fall for their bullshit. They want you to keep believing the lies. They don't want you to run away from them. They want you to play the game. They want you to be a team player. They want you to be a team player on a losing fucking team. And you're like, I'm not doing that. You're not. You are getting out of a situation, romantic or not, work, platonic, whatever the hell it is. You're getting out of something here that is no longer aligned with your values. And you may not understand all the ins and outs as to why you need to do this, but you just feel it intuitively that it's time for you to separate yourself and to go your own way and to do something that is going to ultimately bring you a lot of happiness, a lot of growth, a lot of success on your terms. You're living life on your own terms. People don't normally do that. People normally have bought into this narrative of, wake up at 7, sit in traffic for 30 minutes, get to the job at 8, punch out by, 4:30, 5 o'clock, sit in traffic for another 45 minutes. But you're like, nah, hell nah, that don't sound like me. And maybe you did that long enough to know that, like, I'm tired of that. There has to be something better. And there's a lot of people who are like, yeah, I mean, it would be nice to work from home. It would be nice to just, be able to take care of multiple things at once. And you're like doing it. And they're like, excuse me, well, why do you get to do it? And you're like, who's stopping you from coming along? Who told you you couldn't do it? Who told you that your destiny was to be sitting in front of this people in this classroom looking miserable? pretending to love your life when you really fucking hate it. It's not my fault I stopped drinking the Kool-Aid. And I'd be damned if I'm gonna fucking feed it to other people. I guess serve it, because you can't really drink or eat Kool-Aid, but you know what I mean, right? These people are buying and drinking and stirring and making the Kool-Aid. And you're like, I'll pass. I'll stick to my liquor. All right, so it's been an hour. That was a long ass reading. Maybe I'll just do that. Maybe I'll just start doing like an hour long, 45 minutes to an hour reading, and then do like some of my dailies. I'm just really excited about how fast this channel is growing. Like, it is so amazing, and like, I have nobody to thank but you all, the viewers. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I love you guys. Okay, and leave a comment. I love to respond. Like, I try to respond to everyone as quickly as I can, but you have to understand, I'm still human with only 2 thumbs and 24 hours in a day, and I can't sit on YouTube all day, not yet. But yeah, if you like this reading, make sure you subscribe. If you want to book a reading, look in the description. You'll see my Google link, and you don't have to pay up front. Like, some people have started sending me money, but you don't have to pay until after the reading if you want to. I'm not like one of those people. I don't need your money up front. You know what I mean? I don't want you to think that, like, because to me this is bigger than just a transactional, you know what I mean? This is about actually helping people get the information and knowledge and the understanding that they need. Like, tarot has helped me make decisions, and I won't say that like I use tarot to guide my life, but when I'm listening to this lady right here, the draconic priestess, oh baby, she be gassing me up. She is like, she's better than any, like, you know, that's who I need to put on when I'm in the gym, because that bitch just be like, yeah, and you like, she just be bigging me up. I'm like, I could do all this shit. I don't need none of these people. Fuck all them. Yeah, I got this. You know? And that's what I want to do. I want to give you the truth, the accuracy, the affirmation, and the clarity you need to move accordingly in life, for the things that you need to accomplish. Okay, so I think I'm gonna wrap this up here. I love you guys again. Thank you so much for being a part of my channel, and make sure you like and subscribe to the videos, the channel, and go check out the community posts. Let's grow this shit. Come on, I'm ready to have some interactions, to have some fun. I think I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna start doing maybe like live readings on Friday. If you want to pop in and maybe ask a few questions, then, you know, we could do something like that. If you don't want to buy a reading right away, pop on the live and I can answer a question or two, you know. Keep it simple. Don't ask me, what's the Powerball for tomorrow? 4, 4, 9, 11, 16, 17, 4, 2. I don't know. All right, I keep rambling only because I like looking at myself and talking to you guys. All right, but you all have a good one, and take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.